Myself and another person, we fall under artist marketing. I do all the marketing for Up Next, our emerging artist program. I also do all the marketing for Platoon, which is our client services and distribution arm. For Platoon, they sign indie artists before they go major. I do the marketing for Apple Music for Artists, which is our platform for artists to go in and see how their music is performing on our platform. I recently started doing marketing for Africa Now. When you get outside of my team, we have our editorial team who's more focused on everything you see on platform. So on Apple Music, whether that is short form content, documentaries, events. And then we have our creative team who focuses on everything off platform. So I'll work with them when I want to get social assets made or I want to support a project off platform with billboards, with digital marketing, so on and so forth. And then also connect with our music business partnerships team. And they are kind of the liaison between us and the labels on a major level and indie level. And then probably our social team. We need social support for our releases. We want to make sure they get visibility across our channels. So I work with them the most. It's a lot, but you think about artist marketing in general. We also have our Apple Music Awards, our Apple Music Radio, and larger branded initiatives comes through our team. I went to a medium-sized school in Southern Ohio called Miami University, and I studied media and culture with a focus in media criticism, and I have a double minor in interactive media studies in Spanish. After college, I took an internship at Creative Artist Agency, and it was about, I want to say, a third of the way through my internship when we had a meeting with the head of music. His name's Rob Light, and he was talking about his experience with Prince and Bruce Springsteen and Beyonce and Adele, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to be in music. And I've always been super passionate about music and I've always just loved it, but I never knew I could really make a career out of my passion for it. Finally got a full-time role in music at another talent and literary agency called ICM Partners. I was working there for a little bit over a year, helping to book shows and route tours for hip hop and R&B acts, everyone from Kendrick Lamar to Future to Ray Shremmerd, all the way down to more emerging artists at the time like Daniel Caesar and Kamaya and Janae Aiko. And I knew pretty much instantly I didn't want to be an agent, but I had loved working with artists and I love music so much. So I focused a lot more on the branding offers that we had for artists, and then eventually made my way to Apple through a connection that I had at CAA. The fact that we've been able to accomplish so much in such a short period of time, we really have been able to do that by adapting to the shifts and changes and trends across the music landscape. And also the way that people are consuming music is totally different than the way they used to. And we've even transitioned from iTunes to Apple Music, venturing off of that. I think that entertainment could be pretty tough sometimes. And I think that it's definitely taught me to try not to take things so personal. I'm a very sensitive person. I love to connect with people on emotional levels. And I want the best for everyone and everything and every release. But sometimes people, they have different motives or different ideas of how things should go. So just kind of going as you can and letting go of what you can't control. And then the last thing I would say is really helpful in terms of a skill set would be to understand how to build out the short term and the long term. I think a lot of times, especially early in my career, I just was so excited about everything that I was like, I want to do this right now with this artist, this brand, like I want it to happen right now. And then, down the line, I'm like, well, after that, I don't know what to do. So really having to develop that and understand that things can come in phases. I would say that, yes, it's great to have that big picture. You want to work at Apple, and I firmly believe that you could do it. But also take a look at companies that are underneath that who are starting, where you can get more hands-on experience, a little bit more visibility from senior leadership so they could help mentor you and you can take advantage of that. All of a sudden you'll look at your resume and you'll have all this great experience. You'll be in a perfect position to get yourself at one of these, larger corporate companies. Lastly, I would just say a very cliche one is lift as you climb. There's really enough room for everybody at the top. I think sometimes being in a business like this, it could be really challenging to feel like you have a place or to ask for help or to extend help because you feel like you have to, I'm going up, like I can't help right now, but there really is room for everybody. And it really makes a big difference when you're just nice.